through an open window near Wayne's armchair, as if in response to some silent, unconscious summons. As it whirled and fluttered around his head, its silken wings etched sharply against the full moon, which silently asserted its wan dominion over the murky night sky outside, Bruce Wayne realised that his grim musings had found their fulfilment. "A bat!" cried Wayne. "That's it. It's an omen. I shall become a bat." Wayne, following years of preparation, becoming a master scientist and training his mind and body, is now able to connect to his deeper, unconscious self and dark nature. He rises to the challenge from the depths of his unconscious cave and discovers a new creature of the night. In his conscious state he struggles to deal with his own emotions, and so takes on the mantle of his deeper state. He now feels that he must overcome his own fears and become the terror itself. Held within the simple, comic book tales created by two ordinary men before the war, is a story with such depth that it has held the world spellbound ever since, for it talks to us all. It is my opinion that the secret of the success of Batman is to be found within each and every one of us. It is archetypal, an inner representation of our own foreboding, not of the world outside ourselves, but the deeper, darker elements of our own mind. Because this inner world is the same the world over, across cultures and across state boundaries, we shall discover that it is the element of the bat that shall be found to be one of the most powerful archetypal symbols of the dark nature of mankind. We shall also discover that this truth is not new, but instead something as ancient as man and his own consciousness.
In life, we face temptation, happiness. When you're happy, beware. When you're happy, beware. Beware. Ṣọ́ra, ṣọ́ra fáyé, ṣọ́ra o, ilé ayé le.
Bob Kane was an ordinary guy who grew up in the Bronx in New York. He didn't have a privileged upbringing and certainly had to fight for everything that he could get. In many ways, this explains the later, almost defensive stance he took with regard to his creation of Batman, only later on in life mellowing slightly. His own words reveal that he was well aware of his mortality. Revealing his own inner thoughts as most writers do, he once said, "I believe that most people envy the immortality of a pop cult figure like Batman, who in his fictional world remains as young, handsome and virile as he did when I created him. We all secretly fantasize that some of our superheroes' fountain of youth will rub off on us." Kane was also aware of the subtle psychological world in which his consciousness would strive. He grew in a world that saw the rise and death of Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung.